Nestled in the tranquil Portuguese countryside, Aljustrel is a small, picturesque village renowned as the birthplace and home of the three shepherd children of Fatima, Lucia dos Santos and her cousins Francisco and Jacinta Marto. This humble village, located just a few kilometers from the Fatima Sanctuary, holds an extraordinary place in the hearts of pilgrims. Walking through Aljustrel feels like stepping into a timeless story. The simple stone houses, cobblestone streets, and surrounding fields seem untouched by the hustle of modern life. The homes of the shepherd children are preserved as they were, offering an intimate glimpse into their daily lives before their world was forever changed by the apparitions of 1917. Being in Aljustrel evokes a profound sense of peace and reflection. The air feels charged with quiet reverence, as if the village itself remembers the faith and courage of the three children. It is a place that invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and connect with something greater, whether it be the divine history or your own inner stillness. The simplicity and serenity of Aljustrel is humbling, reminding visitors of the power of faith and the beauty of life's quiet moments. The image of the three shepherd children reminds us of King David, the shepherd boy from Bethlehem. The experience of simple domestic life, basic necessities of pasturing and caring for sheep, was the perfect preparation for answering God's call. Young David, like the three Fatima children, would have been aware of the Creator in his vast surroundings, lifting his eyes to heaven in humble recognition of his smallness before such magnificence would have been the greatest prayer he could offer as a shepherd at work. The dignity of our humanity is often missing from our understanding of who we are. We are not who we see ourselves to be, which is distorted from sin and shame and fear. Rather, we are who God sees us to be, made in His image and loved beyond all measure. This is the first pillar of Genesis, that we are someone, not something, and our dignity, who we are, comes from God. This lays the foundation for everything else in our lives, our purpose for living, our vocation to carry out, our motivation to accomplish it. The three Fatima children were formed in the home from an early age to understand God's place in their lives, as their Creator who loved them because He made them. And like Mary of Nazareth and David of Bethlehem, they were able to stand in this truth and carry out the mission given them. We are a gift from God, and He has a plan and a purpose for all of us. Despite God's plan for David, his own father saw him as the least among his sons to be king. Likewise, Lucia's mother could never accept that God would grant her youngest daughter so great a privilege. Lucia lamented to her cousins that ever since the start of the apparitions, their tranquil family life had been turned upside down. There was no longer peace, and her mother suffered greatly from her doubts. God's ways are often not the ways of the world. He chooses small, humble people, humility of little people living in little places. Jesus Himself was mocked for His lowly roots, unbefitting of the long-awaited Messiah. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Nathanael exclaimed. Like Jesus, our humility must come from acknowledging who we are before God, His creation made from love and for love. God lifts up the lowly and brings down the mighty. The world often exalts the arrogant, powerful, and prideful. If pride tears down, then humility builds up. In fulfilling the requirements of the first Saturday devotion, we are nurturing humility of heart. Mother Mary was a humble handmaid of the Lord. Making a good confession requires courage and humility to peer deeply into ourselves and see where pride and arrogance is tearing us down and clouding our view of who we are before God. In this sacrament, we are accountable to the Lord by means of His minister, the priest, who also takes on his role with a cloak of humility as one not worthy to stand in the place of Christ. Yet Christ grants the lowly priest the power to forgive sins. Every encounter with humility turns our hearts to the mercy of God, who uproots the weeds of sin and strengthens us in grace. Therefore, let us stand in truth before our Creator in humility and not hide ourselves in pride. Fidelity to our purpose and vocation, no matter how small and insignificant it may seem, fuels our growth in holiness. Grace abounds in the simple, ordinary moments of life.